Hey everybody, it's Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We got Lifestyles with Eric and The Voice. The Voice been a long time coming. It's got The Voice back in the house. Mr. George, what is going on, everybody? I'm Lifestyles with Eric. We got Mr. George, The Voice in the house. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday evening. When you come in, make sure you thumbs up the video, please. If you can, it doesn't cost you anything, I promise. And if you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, please consider subscribing. We definitely love to have you part of the family. Thank you, Reality Checks. We got to get everybody on board with super chatting or being a member. It's been about 5 years almost now, and it's time to start your membership. Membership start as low as $2.99, everybody. Membership start as low as $2.99. Either you're going to super chat or just join the members, be a member. I greatly appreciate that. Shows me you're rocking with Lifestyles for real. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Happy Friday.
$2.99.
What'd you say?
I said $2.99.
Oh, Jerice, this is Mr. George. We got Mr. George tonight. Mr. Rico didn't come in this evening. We got Mr. George in. The Voice.
At $2.99 is less than a $5 meal at McDonald's.
$2.99 a month, man.
You can't even get a White Castle meal for less than $2.99.
That's less than a McDonald's burger.
McDonald's got a $5 bundle. That's less than a $5 bundle at McDonald's.
She said, "Hey,
Not to
George."
promote McDonald's. Hey, how you doing?
Audria, what's going on, baby girl? We got GI in the house tonight. All right now. All right. What is going on, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Thumbs up the video. It is. The temperatures are plummeting, they say, where we're at. It's going to rain. It's wash a little snow out. Hey, Kenyatta, what's going on? Thanks for coming in tonight. Thumbs up the video, please, please. And then it's going to maybe get 10 below zero. It's going to be freezing out here, everybody. Freezing. So stay warm. Make sure you got your water running a little bit. Keep it on a light drip. You don't want your pipes to bust.
Light drip pipe bust. Okay, all right, yeah, right.
Pause. Pause.
You please do.
Yeah.
Rewind, pause and rewind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Come on in.
I did hear. I was watching one of the uh, social media channels today, and guy told this little joke. I thought it was kind of cool. So it kind of went like this. He said, came home one day and his wife is complaining that the vacuum wasn't sucking no more. And he said, kind of interesting. I feel the same way.
Wow. I got it. I got it. That's one of those adult jokes. Okay. Well, thank you, G, for your adult humor. We appreciate it. All right. All right. No encore. Dun-dun-dun. Oh, man. All righty. Come on in, everybody. We'll see how many people we get come in tonight. Come on in. Come on in. Those fires, man, out there in Cali, man, are just horrific. It looks like nothing I've ever seen on in Southern California in my life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
they're saying this is it's not a national it's not a natural disaster, but they're saying this is the worst one of the worst disasters, and they're calling it that, but it ain't natural, but that we've ever had.
Yeah,
Crazy, crazy.
yeah, that is crazy, man. It's sad that when the people going through that stuff, man, and now they're price gouging on the price of rental properties out there.
Yeah,
Um,
I heard I heard about that.
yeah,
I heard about that.
yeah. I, if I have it correctly, I think the governor said that they're not allowed to raise the rental prices up for, I think, 30 days. You have to wait 30 days after a disaster like that happens before you can raise the prices up. And I think they've been jacking the rental prices up almost like ASAP because I mean, that's desperate times, man. Why you want to do people like that in desperate times?
Yeah,
I don't care if they're rich, poor, somewhere, in the middle. It's kind of it's cold. It says a lot about um,
I think it.
their personality if you're gonna price gouge on people just because they're going through a troubled time right now.
Right. I heard also that the company BlackRock was trying to buy a lot of homes there now, offering people a certain amount of money for their homes, and BlackRock owns everything in the world pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey, but you know
they own
what?
all the major companies. So it makes you think that, like I said, man, I mean, every time I think conspiracy, then it comes to fruition. There's a I think there's a reason for that land. It's a big land grab that's getting ready to go on in California. And I don't know who's going to get it. I don't know, but a lot of those people, well, most of the people weren't insured. So if they
Yeah.
didn't have money to rebuild, what are they going to do? They're not going to get free money. If they didn't have money to rebuild, what are they going to do? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because some of those people were just they just had money within in their house equity. They didn't have cash. They might have just had a house they bought years and years and years ago that for good numbers, and then now it's probably worth it was worth millions, and they didn't have no money like that in the bank. But then you got some wealthy, then you got some people that just had a home that was worth money, but now with no
Mhm.
insurance that dropped them 4 months ago, State Farm, their ass out if they don't have money to rebuild. So now you got this big conglomerate that's asking them, "Hey, you want to sell your property? I'll give you this amount." They lowballing.
Yeah, don't if anybody listen live out in California, even though your house is burnt down, don't sell it. Don't sell your land. Hold on
Man,
to it.
that's beachfront property, G.
Yeah, don't sell it. I don't care if it's beachfront or alley front. Do not sell. Hang on to it. It's land. That's you. Still, if you can still make them mortgage payments, hey, hold on to that. Don't let it go.
Yeah,
Whatever you do. You know what? I thought about this today. I think the people got to come together and be more aware about how these insurance companies operate because I understand that the insurance companies has stakeholders and shareholders that they have to, make a profit for the let's just say the shareholders. The stakeholders are people who have any kind of vested interest in your company. Um, they could be people who are bringing supplies to you. They have a stake in your company being successful because if you got to bring the supplies. But your investors, man, sometimes you look at profits for the investors over the beneficiary, over the welfare of your customers who are generating those funds. I think what the people need to start doing in the future, a lot of those insurance companies, when they take your money, they put that money towards bonds for insurer bonds. And I think maybe people should go around the insurance companies because basically all the insurance company is a middleman.
right, right, right.
And maybe they need to find other ways of insuring their property without using insurance companies. Maybe just go direct to the source and buy those bonds for your homes and eliminate that middleman because
I
it
agree.
wasn't right because what I had heard they were out there with helicopters and surveying the area about 6 months maybe a year before all this stuff went down and then they turned around and said okay we're going to cancel your policies in this area that area and cancel these are the areas that caught on fire so it's messed up man
It is. It is. It is.
it's real
It is.
messed up.
It is. Um, Damn, did I lose my train of thought? I think they need to I think they need to get rid of the governor and the mayor. That's just my opinion. A lot of people are saying that. I think they need to get rid of both of them because the stupidity of the things that they were told. Hey Donna, that they were told about the water system and stuff there that Donald Trump told them years ago of what they were supposed
I
to do
thought
to get the water to come from the north from Canada and come on down into that big reservoir they got. They said they had a little tear in it, so they drained it, which they could have millions of gallons of water in that thing, and as much as it rained, it could collect in that too. man, because this was one of the rainiest rainiest seasons in over 100 years in California, which means they could have collected rainwater too. They didn't. You got dryer fire hydrants. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. That was all politics out there. So hopefully the California people, the state of California, learned that voting Democratic didn't work. It didn't work because that's a completely Democratic liberal, and it didn't work. I think it's politics. It's definitely politics.
I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say it's Democrat or Republican because they're all about.
I mean,
they're all the ones.
But that's the leadership, George. Those are the leaders.
Okay, but I mean they do stuff on both sides, so I can't just say it's Democrat or Republican
because they do stuff on both sides. But if that's the leadership for that particular, I'm not saying what party doesn't do which. I'm saying for this particular thing I'm talking about, the Democrats run the whole state. So we can't. If it was Republicans, I'd say the Republicans run the state, and let's talk about I can't say that. Yes, both parties do that, but let's focus just on what I'm talking about. The Gavin Newsom, a lot of people are saying, I mean, these are Democrats and Republicans are now saying that he needs to go. And even the mayor, they're saying the mayor needs to go. She went on a vacation to Ghana, man, when the fires were just getting ready to start. She said she would never do that. She went on a vacation to Ghana while those fires in your city damn near burnt down the whole city like an Armageddon. That's politics. It's politics going on out there.
Okay, the same thing happened in the election when running up to Trump, with the first Trump election when they had a guy from Ted Cruz. When Ted Cruz took off and went on vacation, and they had that hurricane down there in Texas, he took off.
Okay,
and he took his family down. So that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't cool.
That wasn't cool. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying that. I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's politics. I'll say it's the individuals who are in charge, because as I was saying,
that's who's in charge.
Both parties are dogs. One's a fox and one's a wolf.
But that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about who's in charge. Then who's in charge?
Okay, yeah, but I'm not. That's what I say. I'm not gonna say it's. I'm not gonna say it's just because the Democrats are in charge of the state, or Republican Party. It's the people who are in charge who are running the thing.
That's who the people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I just say I'm not gonna say it's a Dem just because they're Democrat, just because they're Republicans. Because we got a Republican governor right now that's in office, and he's, my opinion, he's a racist.
He does first, yeah, but I mean,
he's a bigot, and he's a racist. And the lieutenant governor is an even bigger racist.
Okay,
so I want to see. And I live right here in this state. I
haven't done my research too. I had to see what what's what. But
I just feel like we just saw what happened in Hawaii. Then we got the fires in California. And remember, we had the hurricanes. 4 or 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, we had the hurricanes that hit Texas. So we've been having the hurricanes that hit Florida, and they got their governor down there, and their educational system and stuff. They're trying to rewrite the books. Put it like this, man. Everybody wants to rewrite history, and they want to make themselves look good because they're the ones who want to tell the story.
Well, it's his story anyway. It's not history.
Yeah,
it's his story.
Yeah.
It's made up. It's I mean, our history's been twisted and turned around and turned around, and we've been lied to about everything anyway.
Yeah, like they were trying to do down in Florida. They were trying to change the history books and make it seem like slavery was a volunteer thing that they was taken care of by their people. That's what they're going to try to put in the history books. So, all I can say about California is, man, I wish him the best. I like to see him recover.
And my prayers. Prayers.
Yeah, I don't want to see anybody lose their family members, their homes into something like that. But it looks like this might have been, now coming from a conspiracy point of view, it looked like this was scripted. That what happened in Hawaii didn't go down like it should have been, or maybe it did. And now I'm hearing rumors about these new smart cities and these new smart future developments in Hawaii and in California. And I'm like, okay, you had the same type of fire that happened in pretty much the same thing that happened in Hawaii happened in California.
And it's so many. I don't want to drag on that too long, but it's so many different discrepancies in those fires because in the California. Man, some of the houses didn't even get damaged like it was. like a fire beam, and then the next house was perfect. And I just saw one too. I just saw it today on YouTube. I'm like, what?
I just saw a lady who had she had a Volkswagen. You remember the
And, that,
old surfer
and
buses?
guess
And her bus
and
didn't
you
even
know,
get burnt up.
and you. But wait a minute, what color was it, George?
It was white with a blue, white and blue.
No, it was blue with
No,
the
it had
tip.
the half the
The
top
top
half of
part
it
was
was
white,
white.
but I'm saying, but
Then
it
the
was
bottom
blue.
section was blue. Yeah, it was blue.
And
Yeah,
what did they say about the color blue and lasers?
it's supposed to reflect and deflect the color
Okay,
that stuff. Yeah.
okay. Everything around that van was destroyed. That just come on, man. That
So what's that telling people? If you got a disaster coming, try to find you a
they've
blue
got
tarp
a direct energy machine. Everybody knows it's on top of an airplane. It's a ball and it's a beam that comes out. It's a direct energy machine. They've got it. I mean, that ain't a conspiracy. I don't know if that's what they did, but that's a true machine. A
now.
direct energy machine.
Look what I heard. I heard people in China are now putting blue tarps over their houses because they now allegedly they know
But
about this
people,
this this direct energy thing,
but
and they're protecting
farmers,
themselves by putting blue tarps over their house. This is
but
allegedly.
check
This is
this
what I
out.
heard
A lot of farmers already knew about that. They put blue steel roofs on their farms, houses.
on their
Blue
farms.
steel
Yeah,
roof. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I would say I'm just hoping it's not a money grab, and
Or a
you know
land
how I feel
grab.
about
A land
land
grab.
grab. And you know how I feel about a particular segment of people in the world that want to control everything. I'm not going to put them on blast because we out here on this channel right here.
Right.
But there's a certain segment of people that I feel that they want to control everything around the world, and they want to always cry, "Poor me," and somebody's abusing me, or they're trying to attack us. And then all of a sudden, they're the ones that you find out behind the scenes that are running things. And to give you a clue who I'm talking about, Kanye West already told you who they were. And I'm gonna leave it there. Kanye already said who they were, and you saw what they did to him.
Yeah, I got you. Uh,
Yeah.
so I got a couple of stories, a couple of things I wanted to talk about. That we can have some your thoughts on, everybody's thoughts on. So Jimmy Butler's baby mama said $55,000 a month wasn't enough. Um,
Woo!
your thoughts, anybody?
Mm.
$55,000 a month isn't enough. Thank you, keeping it real with Keita. I sure appreciate you. Thank you. $55,000 a month isn't enough.
That's enough for me. That's
Any
more than enough.
ladies out there, would $55,000 enough be enough for your children, for your couple of kids, or whatever, two kids? $55,000 a month.
Can you break that down to them mathematically? What that turns out? Where she hold on? Where she live at?
I mean,
Did
she's
he say?
probably, of course, trying to live extravagantly. Probably Miami.
Okay,
Um,
let's just say maybe she lives in Miami, maybe she doesn't.
$2,500 a month a house, a apartment. $2,500 a month, something like that, maybe.
So wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Let me get not 5,500, not
55,000.
1,000 a month.
Yeah.
And she ain't dribbled not one ball. She ain't played sports in high school. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she didn't play. Maybe she did play sports in high school or college, but she ain't went through practice. She ain't had no injuries. She's just 55,000 a month. Okay. Then we talking about every 3 months she gets $165,000 every 3 months.
Boy,
Okay, now you do that times four. Come on, man.
that's just
I got to do.
ridiculous. You
I
know,
got to do Keyshawn Johnson on that. Come on, man. Come
that's
on, man.
ridiculous. It's
Come
ridiculous.
on, man.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, that whole thing, that whole system, it's gotten out of hand and needs to be revamped or not, or taken away. Either one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just figured I'd bring that one up. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I agree with Don. I agree with Donna. She said, "Yeah, that's just greedy." Yeah, Donna's like that is greedy.
Yeah, it is greedy. It is
That is
greedy.
greedy because you think about that, man. There's people who work out here in America, and let's just say you make
Your average person only makes about 60 a year.
Okay, let's bump it up. Let's say
That's
two
it.
people living in a home make 100,000 a year.
About 100, maybe 100, a little over 100. Yeah.
Okay, let's say 100,000. She wants more than two people make in a year in what, in 1 month, in a
That's greedy.
week.
That's what you call greedy.
Yeah, that's greedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is one kid, right? You said one kid,
Two. I think they got two.
two.
That's still
Okay,
enough.
that's more than enough, man.
Because first of all, you're trying to support your lifestyle and not the kids' lifestyle. They're little
But
kids.
yeah, but here's the thing: if you never lived with him, or if your kids don't live with him, you're not living his lifestyle. His lifestyle is completely different than the lifestyle. You should be okay. I get it. You go buy you a nice home. Let's say you in. Let's just. I'm just gonna say maybe you live in Miami.
She could actually buy a home with that money.
Yeah, you go buy you a
Literally.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go buy you a home in a nice. Let's say you spend uh 900,000 on a nice home in a decent
Yeah.
neighborhood in Florida. Let's just say that, okay? 3 bedroom home with two kids, you and two kids, maybe a fourth bedroom for guests if you got guests coming over. You go buy you a nice car to get around. Let's say you buy two cars, but you don't need $55,000 a month to do that. That money's gonna run out.
And
Why
if
do
he
you
get,
need 55,000 a month?
and God forbid if he gets hurt or something. Well, he plays basketball, it's a little different, but
Yeah, they got a little guaranteed contract on there, but
yeah,
still,
that's
his
crazy.
career only goes so long.
Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy.
What did Eddie Murphy say back in the day? Ain't no piece of ain't no piece of cat worth half.
No,
Not a half.
yeah,
When you
half.
say Johnny Carson, said, you ain't even told a joke, girl. You did Johnny got to give you half?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, it's
Come
nuts,
on, Fufu.
nuts. So we got another weird teacher. I wonder where these teachers were at when I was a teenager or when I was young. I couldn't get one of these female teachers to want to touch on me. I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm sorry. No offense. But anyway, we got a New Jersey teacher, 34 years old, Laura Karen. She was teaching fifth grade, man, for some years. And come to find out she was messing around with one of her 11-year-old students
What?
from the time he was 11, maybe for a few years. And I guess she had gotten locked up. They revoked her bond. She'd had a child with this little boy,
No,
and
no.
she had gotten so close to the family that he was able to stay all night over her house. So she just was able to have free reign on this little boy. So over time, she had a 5-year-old child. I guess the little boy might have been a baby about 15, now 14 or 15. So, but the father noticed that her child looked like him and his son. And that's when the alarms went off in his head, and he called the authorities. But
you,
crazy.
if he had been, the kid had been, let's say 17, 18 years
She
old.
got him when he was
He was
pre-puberty.
young.
She
Yeah,
got him when he was pre-puberty, 11 years old, right when he was getting
yeah,
ready to go into puberty.
yeah. If he
That's
had been
sick.
17, 18 years old, I might have been clapping for the dude. I've been like, yeah, I
Yeah,
give him standing
that's
ovation.
sick.
He's 17.
That's sick.
But come on.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
come on, man.
That's a
Yeah, come on.
child. That's a child.
Yeah.
That's a child. Boy or girl, that's a child. That's a
I
child.
mean, I'm gonna leave it alone because
I mean, you got to look at it the same way. That's a child. 11 years old is a child. Girl or boy, that's a child.
yeah.
If a
I
man would have
mean,
if a
that's
man would have
deep.
taken advantage of him, that's taking his innocence, and a woman taking advantage of 11-year-old, that's taking his innocence.
Yeah,
He's 11. He's
yeah,
a child.
yeah. Because if it had been the opposite, he'd have been an older teacher man and a young girl. People would have been outraged about it. And
Outrage.
there is a double standard when it comes to
Very,
that. I don't know
very
how
big
to.
double standard. There's a very big double
Yeah,
standard. Yeah.
because a lot of stuff that's going on in the world today. There's people out here in a certain community that feel like, well, It's just a boy. He should get over it. And they try to, how a lot of these people out here now, they trying to make kids feel like uh, it's okay to be a certain way at a young age and everything. I'm like, kids don't need to be learning about sex at no 10, 11 years old, man. They don't have nothing to do with that. Give them a chance to grow up, go through the growing pains of life, running around, scabbing your knee up outside playing games and stuff like that. And, you know, doing boy and girl stuff at a young age.
Right.
When you get 16, that's 15, 16, that's when you start learning about stuff. You had the talks and everything.
Right. Right.
And you take it from them, not 11. No, that's too little. That's too little.
Right. So I don't know if anybody's heard it, but our next incoming president, number 47, Donald Trump, is now going to take away the rights of a lady to file taxes on her children if she has a baby daddy or ex-husband paying child support. You will no longer be able to file taxes from here on out on those children. The father will be able to file taxes if he's paying child support all year. That's just the way I guess it's going to go. Your
It's got
thoughts on
it's
that?
got it's got to get passed through first. Um, I think it should. To me, I feel like it should have been fair for both parents to be able to file something with the kids. If you pay, you may not get the big 15, $1,800 credit for the child, but the guys should at least got some kind of tax credit, because you are contributing to the welfare of a child. I don't care how much you give. You give them 25, you give them $1,000 a week. You should be able to get a small percentage of how much you pay because you are helping contribute to that child's welfare.
Absolutely.
Um,
I agree.
it should have been a 50-50 thing. Like if you're the mom, you got the child full time, okay, we can see giving you a $1,500 or $1,800 tax credit per child. If you're the father, you're non-custodial, okay, you pay it. Um, you got proof that you pay on time every day, every week. They should have gave you at least 10% tax credit for a child welfare credit or something like that. They could have done something to make it more fair down the middle. Because the way I see it, there's people out here. There's good moms and good dads, and then there's some in the middle, and there's some non-custodial parents who's like, okay, I just give you the money and I don't give a damn. And then there's some people who don't want to give you don't even want to give you the money.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I just think it should have been a more fair system, man. Than what it is, man. To me, I think the system myself needs to be overhauled altogether because I don't think it's right that if a custodial parent, the person who has a child, they can go down to the city and they can get lawyered up with the state and everything. But then the non-custodial parent is not offered an attorney if you can't afford one.
Right.
Now that part right there, I don't like that part.
Right.
You got to go get an attorney. That's
Right.
not cool. If the state's going to provide an attorney through the prosecutor's office for the mom, then there should be one provided for the father, or for the mother who's not keeping the parent. Either way it goes. If you're the non-custodial parent, you should be able to have an attorney represent you too downtown,
Right.
and the rules need to
Right. Right.
change.
Right.
And I found something. I found out about a lot of those fees that the guys pay. Once a week, the job can get a fee, a processing fee, and they process a couple of dollars fees for you every time through the state or through the city.
You
And then
got
at the end of
docket
the
fees
year,
every 3 months
you
or
got to
every
pay a
6 months.
docket fee at the end of the year. Then I heard that fee goes to the judge's pension fund, and that's
Ain't
part of
no
the reason
telling where.
why they. No, that's what I literally heard it. They said that the docket fee money goes toward the judge's pensions, and that's part of the reason why they press so hard for women to take and file support against the guys. And sometimes you have some guys that are doing 100% of everything for that child, even though the child stay with the mama, pay for the school,
Right.
pay for you get some good guys. But when they do the math, it's like, wait a minute, hold on, I've been paying you X amount of dollars for the kid to go to school. I'm buying their clothes, I'm helping you out. Who comes out better if you go down there and put me in the system? You lose. But I'm gonna leave it there and just say, hey, yeah, if they change that rule, we'll see where it falls and how things change. The other thing I think there should be a mandatory DNA test, regardless of what the mama or grandma says, or trying to protect her daughter. I don't care. If you have a baby, it should be a thing that says, uh, yeah, I don't care if you're married or not. You saying this man is your father, it's going to be an automatic DNA test before we put that baby's name on that birth certificate.
I completely
Automatic.
agree. I completely agree
Yeah,
with that. That should be
yeah,
at the hospital. No man should sign anything until that paternity is established.
yeah, yeah. No matter what they say, I don't care. Because one thing, it's getting back to an older show. I think sometimes people are afraid and they're ashamed to say that I slept with multiple people,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
just
yeah,
don't know. Yeah, I just don't know.
yep.
But if you was out there doing that, then own that stuff that you was doing. Just say, hey, look, I was feeling you, and I was feeling another guy too,
Yeah.
and I just don't know. I would respect you more if you just told me that. I might be upset if I had feelings, but I'm gonna respect you in the end for, you
Most
know,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
So you've been checking out that balloon popping thing some more.
I have. Hold on, people. Hold on just a second. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, DNA test is definitely it's appropriate thing to do. Like I said, and just it just it keeps you from having a big headache later down the line. Um,
Mhm.
I've been through a lot with that. I've got personal hand knowledge on that kind of stuff because I've been through that personally, at least twice, and it's stressful because you see people out in the streets and they think that this child is yours and you're running from responsibilities and stuff like that, and in your mind it's not yours more than likely, but you might have not been able to get the paternity established at that particular time, and then when you finally do it and find out it's not yours, then everybody's, oh, I'm sorry, my fault. It's just a headache. It's a big headache. you know
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
people want to fight you and think you're a deadbeat, and all kind of crazy stuff. Just it's crazy, man.
Another thing about that, man, that I wish they would change too, and I know a lot of states don't want to change it, is that when you go off and you sign the birth certificate and you find out years later that the child wasn't yours, I think that's about the hardest mental type of uh, mental thing that you could do to a person. You telling them that this is your child for 5 years, 10 years, 18 years, 19
Mhm.
years. And then just like this thing, you pay into the system. You think this is your child all these years, and then this person knew, and they knew that they were sleeping with somebody else, and they lied to you. That's just downright cruelty, man. I mean, and then you can't get none of that money back.
The only thing you can do is sue them civilly for mental anguish. You could sue them civilly, which
Yes,
you know what, and I would do it. I would do it.
yeah.
I would do it. Yeah,
Somebody need to make a precedent case against that, man, because
yeah.
that's just
I'd sue them civilly. Yeah, for a broken
yeah.
heart. For a broken heart.
I think that shouldn't I think that should go under falsifying a testimony because you're in court. You're perjuring yourself when you're in court for not telling them this. Uh, you're taking a legal document. You're saying, hey, this guy's the baby's daddy. Then deep down in your mind, you don't lie.
How about they don't press the issue when they do that? So
What you mean?
we just need to work on them changing the law where they do. How about that?
Well, yeah, yeah. But some of these politicians, these prosecutors, they build their careers on that.
Yeah. Well, we need to try to
Yeah.
change the law and vote these people out and vote some new people in, or do something different.
Well, I think men need to stand up more when it comes to type of issues like that because remember back in the day, Stephen Goldsmith when he was the mayor here and he was the prosecutor and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's how he made his debut. If I want to say, he was always trying to go around talking about I want to prosecute these guys to the fullest. He never was in court. It was his team people that was in court. But that's how he got publicly recognized
Right.
by doing stuff like that.
Right. Well, at the end of the
Here's
day,
one. Here's
man.
what I want to ask you about. See if now allegedly I'm using that word allegedly. Have you heard Jaguar Wright's new claim about Meg Thee Stallion?
No, I haven't heard. What's the new?
She's been claiming that allegedly the reason why some cat that Meg got put in prison had a girlfriend
Oh,
and
Tory Lane. Yeah, Tory Lane.
got sent to prison. It was so much about that she was liking him, but he already had a girlfriend. He wasn't feeling her.
Well, he was messing around with her friend first, and then she took her from Megan. Megan took Tory from her friend.
What Jaguar's saying is that allegedly, the way she put it is that you don't call a female horse a stallion. A female horse is a mare.
Yeah, but you
And
know
that
what?
pretty much that she could be allegedly she could be a trans.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that. The only reason why I say that is because I'm guilty of this. I think all black men have been guilty of this. We've always called women stallions and not knew what that meant. To be honest, we used to say that when we were young and we didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
So I don't think, and I don't think she knew what it meant either. She would have changed. It wouldn't be called that. I don't think that she's like that. No, not her. Nah.
She should have known. If you're from Texas, you know about horses and shit like that. That's part of your DNA down in Texas.
Well,
no, I said, yeah, people in Texas they should know about stuff like that, like the back of their head. But I'm just saying,
like I said, she might have not heard. She might have only heard it from guys like I said. We always said that, but I never knew. I thought that meant that a woman was tall and thick. See, that's what I thought. I thought that my whole life when I was young. So see, I'm guilty of that. So I can't say that I think he's a man.
I get what you saying. I get what you're saying, but we know how many times Jaguar Wright kind of hit some stuff out the ball.
I mean, she been right about a few things, man.
Yeah, so
she been right about
a few
things.
I'm gonna say allegedly this is what she's claiming. What I heard her say it on the thing a little short, but I'm like, this is what she's claiming, but I don't know how. I'm not saying it's true. I ain't saying it is true, but it ain't true. But this is what she's allegedly claiming that could be a little.
Maybe not.
Yeah. I hope it's not because
like I'll say she's been right about a few things. She has been right about a few things. I'll say that and leave it at that, man. Let's see. That's about it, man. I'll finish off with this funny story. A 76-year-old black lady found out she was 3 months pregnant.
I heard that.
Huh?
I said I heard it. I said, don't you see it? I heard it.
You better let me finish the story. This 76-year-old black great great grandmother found out she was 3 months pregnant. So Granny been getting it in at 76, getting it in good. They didn't say how old the father was, but apparently the baby's due in July, and they're gonna have a gender reveal and a baby shower and everything for her. Her great granddaughter put it on TikTok. Her great granddaughter put it on TikTok. So she's gonna be having the baby in July at 76 years old. And they don't know who's gonna raise the child right now. They don't know.
Nope.
So anyway,
leave that alone. I'm leave that alone.
Anyway, they
be getting their groove on in nursing homes, right? So what you just said is going.
They said she walks with a cane. She walks with a cane, but that bottom half is still all right now. Watch out now.
I knew you was going.
All right now.
Hey, you better go in there and tell them people to make sure everybody's in their own bedroom at nighttime in the nursing homes down there now.
That's right. All right, Donna. You're right, Donna. You never know what God has in store for anybody. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Woo!
You're absolutely right.
I
Uh,
ain't mad. I ain't mad at grandma. I'm not mad at her for still getting her groove on in her 70s.
no, not at all. I hope I'm still
I'm
getting
not
it on in
mad.
the 70s. Yeah. So anyway,
I ain't
but I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Yep, like I said, that is a big wow. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Mr. G, thanks for coming in tonight, man. Thanks for
All
coming in.
right. Yeah. Word.
We know you're a professional gambler now, so it's kind of hard to get a hold to you, So,
Man, it's
you
rough out
do
here,
a lot of
man. It's
traveling. You
tough.
do a lot of world traveling and stuff,
I wish. I wish. I
You
wish.
be in
I
the
wish.
big poker tournaments and stuff. You don't be telling nobody about.
That's my neck. You know what? They actually have a place over off of North Keystone where they have free poker tournaments, and you can also, play for real. Not that much. It's like a couple of nickels and dimes and stuff. I thought about going over and checking them out, man, because
You
poker is my
should.
next adventure. Yeah, it's
I
my
think
next adventure.
you need to start working on your craft. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my next adventure. So it's a grind, man. It's a grind. Doing you grinding every day. You take a lot more losses than you do wins, but when the wins come, they feel good.
I
But
think you could do it. I think you could do
yeah,
it. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for coming in tonight. We'll see you. I may come back in on your Sundays. So I'll see you guys soon. All right, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Friday evening. All right, I'm out.
all right.